children. Today I have a new and exciting story to share with you. And this story is about Bob and Doug's mission into space. So are you ready to hear it? All right, then let's start. On May 30th, 2020, at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, there were clouds and patches of blue sky. Two NASA astronauts by the name of Bob and Doug were wearing their white spacesuits and walked towards a Tesla car. The doors of the car opened like the wings of a bird. They sat in the car, waved goodbye to their families, and were driven towards the launch pad where a big and tall rocket was parked. They reached the launch pad, got out of the car, and sat in a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket named Endeavour. They were strapped in, and once the rocket was ready to launch, Doug said, "SpaceX, Dragon, we're ready for launch. Let's light this candle." Shortly after, the countdown continued. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff! Then the lady at Mission Control continued speaking by saying, "As the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon, go NASA, go SpaceX, Godspeed Bob and Doug." There was rocket fire all around and the ground below shook. Up went a brand new spacecraft to the world's orbiting laboratory. It took Bob and Doug approximately 19 hours to reach the International Space Station. When they finally reached the space station, the hatch was open and Bob and Doug floated from their SpaceX Dragon capsule into the space station. They met other astronauts that were already there. While in space, they conducted many scientific experiments to help humans live and explore farther into space. They also did spacewalks where they took pictures of the Earth and replaced batteries and did other repairs on the outside of the space station. To make their way back to Earth, they undocked from the station, fired its thrusters, and descended through the atmosphere. On August 2nd, 2020, Bob and Doug returned back to Earth. The spacecraft's parachutes deployed to slow the vehicle. And splashdown! Bob and Doug landed in the Gulf of Mexico. The lady at the media center then said, "Dragon Endeavour has returned home." And then her colleague said, "On behalf of SpaceX and NASA teams, welcome back to planet Earth and thanks for flying SpaceX." Doug responded back and said, "It's truly our honor and privilege. Congratulations to everybody at SpaceX." There were already fast boats waiting, ready to bring them back to the ship and recover the capsule. The lady at the media center added, "Our space dads are back on Earth." Then they got into a helicopter. After all that hard work, Bob and Doug settled in, sat down, and ate pizza for dinner. And that was Bob and Doug's successful mission into space. I hope you enjoyed the story that I wrote. So now I would like to share some fun facts about space with you. Firstly, did you know that the International Space Station orbits the Earth every 90 minutes? Oh wow, that's not a lot of time. Did you also know that NASA pays as much as $90 million to get an astronaut into space? That's not how much money the astronaut gets paid to go into space. It's how much it costs NASA to send them up there. Oh wow, that's a lot of money. Last but not the least, did you know that as Crew Dragon re-entered the atmosphere, the maximum temperature it got to was approximately 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit, or that's equivalent to 1,297 degrees centigrade. Oh my gosh, that's really hot. So children, I hope you learned something about Bob and Doug's mission into space and learned some fun facts about space. All right then, more later. Take care. Bye.